Good morning, everybody. Here is my jam track for a rumba style rhythm. So you can use this if you're learning a basic rumba rhythm to play along with. You can also use this if you're learning the E natural minor or harmonic minor kind of mixed together, which is a bit like the melodic minor, to jam along to. If you're liking that Spanish kind of guitar or need some E minor practice, I will break down the techniques of the hand at the end of this. So let's go. Now, that is basically like a very simplified version of my song, Rumble, which is based on rumba chords and rhythm. So you can find that song, the original, with a shredding Spanish guitar and some ideas of what you can put over the top of it on my Spotify. I'll put the link to that below. The song is Rumble, Felicity Lawless and Black Rabbit George. Now, what we are doing here, and you have the chords listed there, so you know that's your job to find the chords, but we have this beautiful rumba strum, which is like fairly classic, and then from there it's quite percussive, you know what I mean? This is why you can play simple chords. And once you've really nailed that, then we'll start looking. I have done another lesson on the raschiato, which will be posted this week, so it'll be up there. So once you've kind of got that going, then you can start decorating and changing things, but you want this really solid feeling underlying everything. And then you might develop it too. But that rhythm is already in there. So this is what we're doing. We're using always this penguin paw idea of these 3 fingers glued together for our downstroke, and the diagonal flick up of the thumb, right? And to really get the rhythm of the rumba, what happens here, there's like almost a little triangle going across the guitar here. So it starts nice and easy. So just remember, all your downstrokes are this 1 finger together, which is called IMA, which is the index, media, and anulare, I think. But they're called IMA together, and your thumb is P. So we've got down, up, and then hit. So you're going diagonally down, up, and this is 1 and 2 and notice I'm hitting over here. Now I believe this action kind of makes the rhythm and the rolling of the rumba. So it's important not to just keep everything here and tight. We want a big flowing hand. Down, up, hit. Now this is the only weird part of the whole thing, where our next upstroke is pulling these fingers as 1 unit again into the hand. So we've got down, up, over and hit, up, down, up. So it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So the last 2 down ups are the same as normal. The 3 fingers together and the thumb flicking up. So the main thing is on the 3, 1 and 2 and 3, and we just pull back into the hand there, 4 and, right? 1, 2 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 4. I've done it nice and steady on this recording because I'm assuming you're just starting improvising or just starting with these kind of techniques. So I will do another one with a quicker version where it's like go a little bit quicker, but I mean, I think that's a nice tempo for a rumba style. And just to start getting a feeling of these beautiful techniques that are available to us from the Spanish and Latin guitar rhythms. So the chords I'm using in this is a couple of different progressions. We've got E minor to B7. This B7 I like to call flamenco B7. It's really, I guess, like a B7 something on F sharp. We call it flamenco B7. Flamencos don't really give all those fancy jazz names, which I'm grateful for, but they are very useful. So we've taken a regular B7 chord here, and we've got this middle 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the 6th string, 1st finger on the 1st fret of the 4th string, and 3rd finger on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string. So you can see that there in the left hand. So 1, it's kind of like one strumming pattern for everything. 1 to B7, E minor to B7. Then we've got A minor to E minor. This is like your turnaround, I guess. B7, E minor. So A minor is regular A minor, E minor, flamenco B7, back to E minor. So that makes the whole progression this. Next thing is our verse kind of idea, which is just running down all the chords from that Spanish scale. Now I will break this down in another lesson, the Spanish scales and chords that are used in them. But we've got E minor, and you could do these all as open chords, just going backwards basically. E minor, D, C, I put the C on G there, to B7. So in bar chords, we're going from the 7th fret, minor shape, E minor. And just pause the video if you want to look at my fingers in them. We've got D, or I play it as D7. Now mostly we play D7 like this, but in flamenco or classical, often we do this. So we've got that extra pinky available. So that's a regular D7 chord on the 5th fret. Same thing again on the 3rd fret, same thing again on the 2nd fret. And we do that a couple of times. You could do that how many times you want. And finish with a few backwards and forwards between the last 2 chords, which is C7 and B7. So, 2 on each. You can decorate if you want. To the chorus, which is our first pattern, and so on. Now I've put a little bridge section in here, which I think would be more in the E natural minor for your jamming. So generally a harmonic minor is going to sound really good, but you should always be flexible with shifting between the two, making it more of a melodic minor. So I went into C, just C backwards and forwards to E minor. Then E minor up here, or E minor 7. One more. I think I just do that 4 times. Let's see. So we've got 4 on each now. Back to C. Last one, C. Now instead of E minor this time, we're going to go to B7. Back to the chorus. Now there's a lot of really cute techniques that I have put in here. I am going to do a separate lesson just on E minor harmonic kind of scale, or yeah. But if you're one of my students, you would have learnt this in my lesson. You can also book in for a lesson online, no matter where you are. So yeah, just get your head around that. You can speed it up, slow it down, and then what we want to do is start putting rusciatos and things in there, and there will be some lessons on them as well. But enjoy your drum track. You can just play this round and round, practice your things. We are in E minor, as I said, and I will give those scales in another lesson, or you can find them online. I also do show them briefly in one of my Neil Young tutorials, the Heart of Gold one. Enjoy the tracks on Spotify, listen to them, share them, and if you love what you're hearing, do subscribe to my Patreon, or even better, my GoFundMe. I have a brand new album coming out, and it's beautiful. But I hope you love all the music, and happy jamming.